shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Here's Irving. Step offensively, no buckets yet in the game for him. In the corner, it's James. It's stolen by Harris. Jackson kicks to Morris. Feeds it to Drummond. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Good D from Love.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Smith missing. Pistons trail by 4. And here's Jackson. Pass to Harris. Morris with a screen on Smith. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Morris into the lane. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Now here's Love. Inside. Here's Fry. Tries again. And the shot is good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control a team's transition.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
In the corner, it's Morris. Offensive rebound, Drummond, and he lays it straight in. Drummond's got 10 points in the game.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measures 7 feet tall with a 7'7" inch wingspan, and he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. Then you factor in the two things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet. And he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Morris outside. Drummond in the post. He's against Fry. It's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging.
Gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Drummond with the jam.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now Irving still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He feeds it to Love. Another 3 for Cleveland.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Drummond. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Smith on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. That's now 8 points for Smith.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Out left to the wing. Morris outside to the wing right side. James covering. Pistons passing it around. Drummond passes to Jackson. Another shot and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Drummond having a terrific game. He's already up to 14 points and 1 assist. Very quick start for him here.
And you can see he wants his fingerprints all over this game.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines is checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. Dinwiddie is checked in for Johnson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. Now, here's Meeks.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. On the wing, Shumpert. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Love outside. And another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Fans had a hard time finding their way to the stadium last season for the Pistons at the bottom in several home attendance categories last year.
Yeah, that's right in Auburn Hills.
I know.
I mean, they used to go a lot when they were winning championships. But to be fair to those fans, it was hard at times to watch the Pistons play. I mean, they could get cold and really struggle on their home floor.
And for the Pistons, a lot of their woes here at home were due to defense. I mean, their 18-23 home record comes from allowing too many good looks for their opponents.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the Pistons, how about starting out 2-13 at home? I mean, they did turn it around afterwards, going 16-10 to finish out the season. At least they seem to be headed in the right direction.
He's perfect from the line this time. Cleveland leading by 9. Smith outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And that's 13 points for Smith.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Pass to Dinwiddie. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Dellavedova kicks to Smith. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trail by 10. The feed to Meeks. There's the screen. Here's Dinwiddie. Mozgov covering. 5 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Dinwiddie's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. 56 seconds left to play in the first. Left side, Love. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Love. 15 points for J.R. Smith. Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. The pass to Dinwiddie. To the left side wing. From outside the arc. And he gets it to go. Dinwiddie's got 7 points in the game. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. The dish to Smith. He kicks to Shumpert. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. A wide open look for Love. Cleveland gets it back. Feeds it to Dellavedova. Outside Shumpert. Drills it from outside. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
And as we conclude the first quarter, and a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even keel nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Irving. Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. All sorts of time. And the jumper is on the mark. Dellavedova's got his first basket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. To the left side wing. Dishes to Drummond. 6 to shoot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick or enough. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Tolliver kicks to Harris. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Irving with it, looking for his first basket still in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Dinwiddie kicks to Drummond. In the corner, it's Harris. Here is Tolliver, guarded by Fry. Out left to the wing. That's tipped.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And Cleveland making a change here. Smith has checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Morris dishes to Blake. On the wing, Johnson. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's called on Channing Frye.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
He hits the second from the line. And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Jackson passes to Johnson. Thompson against Drummond. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And the dunk by Smith.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
On defense, the Cavaliers. They lead by 11. Jackson gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Jackson kicks to Drummond, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Irving for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Pistons trail by 7. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Irving, and there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Steve Blake. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov's checked in. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
LeBron dishes to Smith, and the shot is good. Smith's got 19 points.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Morris. Outside for Jackson. From 17 feet out, and that one's good. Jackson's got 6.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Pistons trail by 9. Drummond a screen. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket. Caldwell-Pope's got his first 2 points of the night.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Drummond passes to Johnson. Back to Drummond. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Irving with the basket on the assist by James. Irving's got his 2nd basket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Drummond working against Mozgov. Mozgov with the block. And James with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's an 11-point Cavalier lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Johnson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Ramon Shumpert has come in for James. Bullock kicks to Tolliver. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Jackson. Shot clock at 2. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price. He's proved to be worth it.
Bullock kicks to Tolliver. He dishes it to Bullock. Dinwiddie. Outside Jackson. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Jackson's got 8 points.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Jackson against Irving. Here's Bullock. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Smith, no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Irving.
Signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Cleveland leading by 9. Kicks it to Smith. Back to Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's Jackson with the drive. Here's Dinwiddie. Drills the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got 7 points for the quarter.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
Yeah, the Pistons ended last season with a record of 32-50. They played decently enough against the rest of the East and had 23 of their 32 wins against the Eastern Conference.
Timeout called. Cleveland. In Detroit last season against the East, played well for stretches. They couldn't find that consistency to climb the ladder in the East.
And they had a lot of changes going on. Tons of transition for this group. But let's face it, they did play well down the stretch. A lot of wins against playoff teams from the East and went 500 against Eastern playoff teams in their final 10 matchups.
So both teams making some changes here. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Deflects the pass. Love kicks to Shumpert. He feeds it to James. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Tries to save it. Outside Jackson. Offline with his 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. The feed to Dellavedova. No good on the 3.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Shot clock at 6. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Guarded by Shumpert. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Drummond in the post. Mozgov covering. And it's Drummond missing. James outside. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
For Cleveland, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
That's a 2 from Dellavedova, and that's not going to go. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers lead by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. You seem to be playing with plenty of determination. What lit the fire under you tonight?
Coaching with my teammates. I mean, they've been telling me to drive the ball. I just finally clicked and start driving the ball. Good things happen.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you so much, Doris.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 27 points, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland? Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
Well, they're losing the battle on the boards. And when you're struggling to stay in the game, a few extra rebounds either way can make the difference. Because rebounds equal possessions, and possessions can equal extra points. They need to come out in the second half with the mindset that every rebound is theirs.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
Good on the second free throw.
And if you go back, remember Jackson struggled with the Pistons last year as well. So the team went on a losing streak as soon as he got there.
On the wing, James. No good from outside. Pistons trail by 10. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Morris. And the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Drummond, and he uses the glass on the layup. Drummond's got it back down to single digits for the Pistons.
And Jackson will look for a fresh start this season. I mean, hard to play with all the drama and questions going in your head about pending free agency. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Smith. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. The Cavaliers leading by 8. The pass to Love. Irving for 3. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
You can see right now the defense running out of ideas. They cannot seem to slow him down.
This is a scoring clinic 101 style. I mean, he has really got it going right now.
Morris kicks to Harris. Drummond a screen, 6 to shoot. The offensive rebound. It's stolen by Smith. Now the dish to Irving. Detroit with the rebound. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Drummond. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass. Smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Harris. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Tolliver in for Morris.
Aaron Baines
knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And, Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. James, some solid defense there from Jackson. Pistons trail by 7.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Poked loose. Here's Irving, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for the Pistons.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished 3rd in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to, won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
On the clock. They get the rebound. Outside for Jackson. Here's Baines. He's covered by Thompson.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The shot's good from Smith.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason. Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Well, for J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Jackson kicks to Meeks. And the rejection by Smith. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Smith with the ball, but they'll get another chance. Here's LeBron. Tries yet again. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
With the fadeaway, Meeks can't hit.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. The Cavaliers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Jackson kicks to Baines. Over to the wing. Pistons passing it around. Feeds it to Meeks. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
And Fry slams it in.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for Reggie Jackson. Here's LeBron. He has 30. From downtown, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And Meeks kicks to Tolliver. Dishes it to Jackson. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Great move to the hoop on that one there. He didn't let his height disadvantage dictate that matchup.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Amon Shumpert has come in for Irving.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Pistons trail by 15. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Pass to Tolliver. LeBron against Johnson. Here is Tolliver. Here's Jackson. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Pistons on defense. It's a 13-point game. Here's Baines. He has 5. Johnson outside. Six on the shot clock. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Tolliver, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
The drive by James. Outside jumper. James outside. Off target from three-point range. Pistons trail by 11. Jackson up top. Elbow shot. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Jackson's got 17 now.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. He kicks it to Baines. Outside Jackson. Cavaliers with the rebound. Fry's got 4 rebounds in this game. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
For the Pistons, Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Reggie Jackson. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Love's checked in. Mozgov with the steal. 1:30 left to play in the third. And another miss by Cleveland. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Drummond, and the rejection by James. The drive by Shumpert. LeBron can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Five on the clock. Meeks dishes to Johnson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He likes to play the real game, too,
yeah,
because he's hyper-competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level.
He dishes it to Caldwell-Pope. Drummond a screen. To the inside. Rebound by Dellavedova.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Johnson, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Detroit, no good that time either. LeBron outside. Here's the 3. And no good trying to get that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Jackson. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Caldwell-Pope, running by Shumpert. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside Jackson. Down low. Here's Drummond. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Pistons trail by 11. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
And Smith with the stuff.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
It's Drummond with the drive. Mozgov with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Jackson kicks to Harris. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's 27 points here for Drummond.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. You know, Clark, just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
And you know what? No need to catch it in a situation like that. He's got terrifically soft hands, and that finish doesn't allow the defense to react.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. J.R. Smith picks one up. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. And, guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at him. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a two-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
And thank you for that, Doris. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development. And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And here is Irving. Pass to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Wallace with it. Guarded now by Morris. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Blake kicks to Drummond. He feeds it to Blake. And Irving comes to help. On the wing, Harris. 4 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Here's Blake. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Kicks it to Smith. Back to Irving. This one for 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 24 points for Kyrie Irving For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And the basket by Blake.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Irving from long range. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Irving drives in. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Caldwell Pope dishes to Morris. Blake for 3. Rebound Love. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith the pass to Love. On its way from Irving for 2. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Pistons trail by 12. Passes it to Harris. 3-pointer. Shot's good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Irving's got 26. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. There's the feed to Morris. To the wing right side. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. Here's Morris, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Now, here is Irving. Outside jumper. Irving dishes to Smith. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Detroit. Jackson comes in for Steve Blake. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James checked in for Shumpert. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Drummond, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
That's his 5th personal foul. Andre Drummond.
He's off on the first.
And the Pistons were a better team last season than they were in 2014. I mean, they still ended up bottom in the Central Division, but most of it was because of how strong the Central really was last season.
Well, Greg, as you said, the Pistons were last in the Central Division last year. They had finished 4th each of the last 4 years before that, Clark.
And, you know, the Pistons actually had more wins last year coming in last than they did in any of the 4 seasons they finished 4th. I mean, just shows you how tough and improved the Central Division was last year.
Irving attacking. That is good. Irving's got 10 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Irving. It's Meeks outside. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 7th assist in the game. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Irving passes to Thompson. J.R. Smith on the wing. He's guarded by Meeks. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now Jackson. The pass to Drummond. And he goes in for the dunk.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And it's Smith missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond, and the rejection by Love. And it's Smith penetrating. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Smith. Smith's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Pistons trail by 10. And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Feeds it to Harris. For the 3. Pistons keep it alive. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. No good from Irving. Detroit's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Dishes to Morris. Pass to Harris. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And he gets the bucket. That's 36 points for LeBron.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
A different look here for Detroit. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Jody Meeks. Drummond in the post. It's up against Thompson. And Drummond throws it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And that one's good. Love.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
Outside Jackson. Drummond a screen. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Jackson.
Very well. All kinds of space to get that one off.
Pass to Smith. From deep, James. But they recover it. Thompson dishes to James. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Smith. And taken away by Johnson.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
The drive by LeBron. And he jams it with authority.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pistons trail by 9. Blake kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Blake. Down low. Here's Drummond. Can't hit. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. James. That one wide left. And so it's Detroit with the ball. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Blake.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg. Well, they gave him some room, and he just stepped back and nailed the wide-open jumper.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Jackson is doubled. He kicks it to Drummond. Top of the key, Blake. Passes to Drummond. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Thompson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And no good on the second free throw. So he goes 0 for 2 there. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Fry. On the wing, James. It's hauled in by Tolliver. The drive by Jackson. Can't connect. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
LeBron, no player has to endure the kind of scrutiny and pressure that you do on a nightly basis. How do you stand and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight?
I just wanted to try to lead my team the best way I could. Whatever I needed to do out on the floor, I tried to be there for them tonight. And, I'm glad we was able to get this win.
Thank you, LeBron. Kevin, this guy is extraordinary.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
We all know anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no brake light, crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying you ain't got what it take to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here balling, it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you're trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want get rich. I don't think you want get rich.
Yeah, I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love her, they just love her. How we live.
You was never around, had to hold it down. We the youngest, we was thugging, you was never found. What's that feeling? I'm the realest. All them nights I had to struggle trying to find some dinner. They don't really love me, they not really for me. When I die, is you gon' show up to the ceremony? I just bought a Bentley, just to bet your Christian Louboutin to make a switch religion. I'm not stupid, baby, but the mansion is. Me and Benji are related like we're relatives. Brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit and don't need no laxative.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live.
They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know. It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. Yes. We shining, they hate. Yes. We ball till we fall. Every diamond's a flagrant. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing them over. I'm backing them down. Standing tall like a soldier. These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Ken and Ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy? They ain't trying to give it, so I gotta go get it. Harder than ever to
I
live.
get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live. How we live, 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 how we live. They don't love her, they just love her. How we live. Have faith a minute, put your trust in nobody. Yeah. I said have faith a minute, but put your trust in nobody. have faith in many, put the faith in nobody. I done been around, halfway around the globe, probably still ain't met nobody that seem picture perfect. We all buy lies, depends on the purchase. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, cause I'm steady running like water can't break. Let's just buy a pregnant woman. So I had to earn life, road to the riches, wouldn't change it for the turnpike. I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all, I'll give it. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, 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 how we live. And they don't love us, they just love us. How we live, how we live. 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 And they don't love her. They just love her. How we live. How we live.
Yeah. Aye. Yeah. Aye. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on, hold on, hold up. Hold on, hold on, hold up. Let's get on right now, though. Smell that on me, they gon' follow. Like she won the lotto. Really must be serious. Hold up. Scared of heights, come face your fears. Hold up, hold up. Do it just like Nikki, gone and it over. Say she roll with me, she tired of being alone. Young, but you know I'm ready. Oh, foreign girls call me. But get back to the point, baby. Hold on, hold up. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, hold up, hold up. We making noise. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, hold up, we making noise. Hold up. Hold up, we them boys.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Hold up, hold up. You drive me crazy. Number one, girl, you can't replace me. Lead a club, these bras be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up, I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? Never. I'm taking them shots, my partners, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these me, I get some material. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, hold on, we making noise. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, hold on, hold on, we making noise. Hold on.
Oh, yo, look towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what the? Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The black prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me. They think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I in the heart with bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the prophet.
Yo, prophet, come here real quick. Yo, I just saw Ignorance downtown. Let me put you on. Word, he down there bugging. He got them ill and out.
Let's continue the saga, mad drama. I met this chick, she said she knew where Ignorance was at. I said where? She said downtown. He had. I think the line is a setup, I can smell it, but Ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Hoyt and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the dot. So I hops up on the A train, I'm being followed. My 7th senses danger. I turn around this anger, and he brought a marble along. It's the same old song. Despair and animosity got broke with the swiftness. I don't know what they think this is. I feel a sharp pain in my neck, now I can't see on my hair. They hit me with a dart filled with the pork chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the prophet.
Yo, prophet, Ignorance is tired of you following him around. We about to put an internet out right now. Animosity, despair, what's up? Get him, yeah.
Passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. It was that chick with some of Ignorance's boys. She said, prophet, we got you beat. By the way, I'm Mr. Ignorance's wife, deceit. But enough talk now for your haircut. When the clippers touched my hair, they blew the... After the explosion, there was no one left. Cause I know dim mop, poison hand, touch of death. My vision's still kinda blurry, but I see a clue. Ignorance is at the library. I hurry with lightning speed like the Flash. He's at the big one on Grand Army Place. When I get inside, the door shut and the lights go off. Another trap. I hear a hissing sound. I smell a funny smell. I gasp, I can't breathe. Ignorance is laughing at me, waiting on my downfall. But he can't stop the prophet.
Well, prophet, it seems like you're in a bit of a jam. I hope you can unstick yourself. Oh, and what you did to my wife, it was nothing. I have others. The saga continues.
was always on the corner. Less when I dress is never nothing less than guess. Kobe walking with a bop and my hat turned back. Love committing sins and my friends help. Raps with a to keep it under my tongue. The school dropout, never like from day one. Cause life ain't but stress, fake crash nuts. So I guzzle my while pulling on mad. The type will be in your elevator. Somehow the rap game reminds me of the game. Used to sport valleys and gazelles with black frames. Now I'm into fat chains. Fly new chicks and new kicks. Represent, represent. Represent, represent. Represent, represent. No doubt, see my stats are fat. This is what it's about. Before the BDP conflict with MC Shan. Around the time with Shantae, just the real Roxanne. I used to wake up every morning, see my crew on the block. Every day's a different plan that had us running from cops. If it wasn't hanging out in front of spots, we was at the factory breaking the locks. Nowadays I need to in a flash just like the next man. A yard guard, let me see 100 grand. Could use a son, but being a wanted man. But if I hit rock bottom, then I'ma be the son of Sam. Then call the crew to get live too with Sue Bar Kim. This way the Jakes should never stop it. Is your brain on to all flop and thugs? Enough respect to the projects. I'm Ghost, one love. Represent y'all, represent, represent y'all, represent Queens, represent y'all, represent, represent y'all, represent. One time for your mind. This goes out to everybody in New York that's living the real life in every projects all over. To my man Big Will, we still here. The 40 side of Vernon. My man Big LES, Big CeeLo from the Dime, Sean Penn, the 40 Busters. My crew the Shorty Busters. The 41st side of Vernon Posse, the Goodfellas. My man Cormega, Lakey the Kid. Can't forget Drawers, the Hillbillies. My man Slate, Wallet Head, Black J, Big Oogie, Crazy Barrier Spot. Big Dog, we rock the line. Malachi, PhD, and my man Primo from Gangstar. 94 real. Yeah, yo, this my man. Let's bring it back. That's just the warm us up, man. Cause we bugging.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents. No, I
tip the man to read, count you poor folks, waiting on a chick go with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues, you stupid. I'm on my mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't, simple and plain.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando desse esse quarto falasse, mas que pena, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela e nem dá. Porque se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto. Quando eu prefiro suar.